Men of Reddit, what are things women write on their dating profiles that are instant deal breakers? So many. But here's 2. Fluent in sarcasm, so if you can't deal with it, don't bother. 2 long lists of their must-have qualities in men. Fluent in sarcasm in my experience means one of 2 things: 1 point. They actually don't understand what sarcasm is. 2. They use it as an excuse to be a beach to your face. All my friends say I'm crazy lol. Translation: you and your friends are earth-shatteringly dull. There is always that middle-aged person in every office that, whenever a new person joins, always says welcome to the madhouse, or we're all mental in here. Every time that happens, it's always a really dull place and the person is incredibly boring. Trillions of requirements that only people who is a human Ken doll can fill the checklist. Oh, and I'm not really 23, not sure why it says that. Because you lied about your age on FB, you idiot. I like the finer things in life. Love having fun. No shoot, most people do. If they have a long list of images that are supposed to represent different aspects of their personality, I see year part dolphin and really like the number 100 and double nope if one of those images is their astrological sign. A new one is don't judge my story by the chapter you walked in on. Listen lady, if there is one thing I will never change, it is the feeling of self-satisfaction I get when I judge strangers for superficial reasons. Ain't no woman special enough for me to change. Message me, I won't talk first, alright Miss Entitled. If you can't handle me at my diddleast, you don't deserve me at my diddleast. It amazes me how everyone looking for a date online is very down to earth. Live, laugh, love. Full-time traveler, oh come freaking on. When they only have photos of their fascined, when they only have photos of like half their face, or all their photos have a Snapchat filter on. I'm 57. If a woman lists her height and it's more than me, it's pretty likely she wants someone taller. It doesn't really bother me, but there's no reason to waste each other's time. It does bother me, however, if some chick makes a snarky comment about my height. That's just plain as rude. Kids, I don't fault you for them, but I don't want to be a father anytime soon. A friend of mine once dated someone with a kid. He flat out stated that the worst part of dating someone with a kid isn't so much the responsibility, but the fact that, if the relationship doesn't work out, you're not just breaking up with your so, but with their kid as well. His GF's kid idolized him, and was positively devastated with the breakup. Empty profiles relying only on pictures. Take 5 freaking minutes to write something about you. You put in 0 effort and pretend to have men do all the work. I'm too late for the show, but I just need to get this off me chest, so here we go. I'm from Europe and people here often travel to Berlin. There is a monument to remember all the Jewish lives lost in WWI, and it's basically just many different size cubes. The thing is, it allows you to easily take very artsy black and white profile pictures. To me, this is disrespectful as frick to all the people killed. Therefore, every time a girl has this kind of picture on her Tinder profile, it is an instant left swipe for me. That'd be like someone taking a selfie in front of the tomb of the unknown soldier, WWII/Vietnam Memorial, or 9/11 Ground Zero Memorial. You don't disrespect the literal etchings of history, and you certainly don't do so for a dating profile picture. Gonna post another one. I like to do fun stuff. I mean, I think the definition of fun stuff is that you like doing it. Cliched phrases like down to earth and not like most girls will make people think you're uninteresting precisely because they're cliched. Looks are important, but boring is more damning than anything for a lot of guys. This rule also applies to men making dating profiles. If you're writing something that is as exciting to read as light beer is to drink, then you're going to have a tough time. Of course, all this only applies if you're not hot. If you are, you'll always get hits. No matter what. My kids are my life or my everything. Well, no shoot Sherlock. I sure hope so. I mean, they are mini human beings after all. I guess I just assume we are not going to throw them in the river if we start seeing each other. Profiles with a lot of complaints about the messages they receive. If you're sick of receiving just hey maybe you should send the first message for a change and realize it's not easy. I notice a lot of women complain about this, but most have a really empty or shallow profile. It's kind of hard to strike up conversation about a shared interest or anything interesting when there's nothing substantial to go off. The result of which in super interesting messages like hey. I struggle with descriptors that don't really tell me anything about the person. I like to have a laugh. Yeah, great. At what? Do I laugh at it too? I like going out. Where? I'm really into good music. Again, what? What music? It forces unoriginal conversation starters that no one wants to answer because what music are you into is ridiculously open-ended and could have been asked by anyone. If the bio part is empty, it establishes that they probably have zero personality and are completely reliant on their looks. Also, it's just lazy. You must have large sum of money in your 401k to date me. Lady, it's just a date, not a marriage. My 401k isn't any of your business. Oh, so many. Fluent in sarcasm. I see this all the time. They are definitely not fluent in sarcasm. I'm pretty certain they believe it to say something mean and add a lol jk. Just looking for someone to go on adventures with. No, you aren't. You are trying and failing to come across as a free spirit. I don't believe your unoriginal statement. Can't handle me at my worst. We all know this one. It's a poor excuse to act like a raging beach. I don't like drama or want to play games. You thrive on drama and do nothing but play mind games. Beer/taco connoisseur, Netflix enthusiast, probably swiped right for your dog. Or you can go frick yourself. I've seen some combination of this on tons of profiles. Where is this trying to be original language, but actually coming from the not like other girls hive mind? How do so many women stumble across these types of things to come off as a cool, laid back chick, aloof, etc.? This shoot is bizarre how common it is. If they call themselves a free spirit, in my own personal experience, women who call themselves that are either in and out of quick relationships or flings or sleep around a bit. I don't really find anything wrong with that personally, but it's not what I look for. Let's go on an adventure, it's so freaking corny. Interests, opera. God, I'm lying gold diggers. Been on Match.com lately and did estimate 1 out of every 2 women describe themselves as opera fans. I've never met anyone in real life who would say that. Where do these women all come from? If you don't have anything interesting to say, don't bother, because I have nothing interesting to say. This blows me, because it basically means they want you to lead every conversation, while only giving 1-word responses that doesn't do anything to move the conversation forward. I'm just looking for a sugar daddy look, dear. Even I have my standards, and being blatantly taken advantage of is beyond that line. At least upfront about it. It would be worse if you weren't warned and siphoning money from you. I smoke. I never know what they're referring to. Personally, I don't take the chance to date a smoker. As a former smoker, this really bothers me, especially on my transition off of nicotine. Edit. If you smoke weed not cigarettes, please use 420 friendly.
N.
If you look at the dating profiles of a lot of women in the US South, one exceptionally cringy line you'll see is, "I'm an ex looking for my redneck Romeo." That line always got an instant block from me. Today I learned that I'm a horse and don't give a shoot about any of this stuff. Height requirements. Every ounce a little shallow, but wearing on your sleeve is a deal breaker. I want a girl hot in shape, but I won't say it on the profile. As a short dude, I understand why this is on girls' profiles. Most superficial things are pretty easy to see just from profile pictures or from chatting with the person. It's very hard to know someone's height just from pictures of their face or even from pics with other people. It's way more disappointing to me, personally, when I feel I make a connection with a girl, only to have her respond with "How tall are you?" after we have been pleasantly chatting for a while. If you aren't attracted to me, that's fine. Not everyone is. But I don't wanna waste my time with it if it's not gonna work anyway. No writing, only a name and a single vague picture. When there's a laundry list of requirements half a page long about how I need to look/act. Women who require/expect the man to pay for everything. I won't mind paying for dates, unless she's a beach about it and expects it. Also when they say don't even PM me if you aren't at least 61 like frick you. Get out to my face, unless you're under 170. Must be 60 or taller, I get it. Everyone has their own body preferences. But I wager, if I put on my profile, must have teacup-sized breasts or larger, there would be a problem. Unoriginal and/or cliche quotes. Believing being a total cunt is a cute quirk to have. And same with mental illness. No, I don't want to be the Joker to your Harley Quinn. Spain and Portugal or some other short list of countries. Are you from there? Is your family from there? Did you go there? Do you want to go there? A lot of the time those are literally the only words in their bio. Gemini. Love science. Seeing those two things next to each other gave me a good laugh, but no date. Just here for the free dinner, Seriously? I get that there's a solid chance you're joking here, but why would you write that for your bio? But worse than all of that is nothing. No bio at all. What's that supposed to represent about your personality? I love to laugh and have fun. For real, the most basic shoot right there. Who the frick hates laughing and having fun? Doesn't like dogs? See ya later, Satan. Anyone who mentions or quotes say Ayn Rand in their profile. Checklists of attributes a partner must have, use of the word spiritual, voluptuous, zany, wacky, and any indication that they think being a pain in the neck makes someone more desirable. Religion. It's assumed most people are religious to one degree or another. Once they put "I love God" on their dating profile, it moves them straight into imma-religious extremist territory. One I run into and hate is willing to lie about how we met, so right off the bat, yeah, I'd be willing to lie, ashamed of me, and wishing things were different. I feel like that's not conducive to a successful relationship. When I was dating, I hated really overused cliches like live, laugh, love, or dance like no one is watching. It just made me think that person lacked a personality or any original thoughts. Snitzer to me. When I used online dating, I always assumed they were trash anytime their picture had those starburst effects, super cloudy filters, or cursive writing filters on the photograph. Other than that, anytime their profile was really lazy or didn't include any kind of information about themselves, I figured they weren't worth my time. Finally, spell check your profiles. Back when I was single, it was 3 things: kids, religion, and smoking. If any of those apply to you, it's a no. University of life, probably unemployed, and a gold digger. Butterflies or cheap special photo effects. You don't know how to use a computer. Don't write me if the little snowflake gets to change the rules of the system. Sorry. Height. I don't like fatties, and I don't insult others by putting it there. I like traveling. Everybody does. First picture on an African village. We get it. You are so humanitarian. OMG, I'm so edgy and original that I'll complain about online dating cliches, because I'm so better than all of them. Damn cliche and pretentious. Way too many. Like the Jerry Seinfeld of online dating, I'm destined to die forever alone.